Hello, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Caira, and I make videos all about Chicago, apartment living, and Trader Joe's. Today, I decided I wanted to make a video for you of the top 5 things you should know before moving to Chicago. I have a ton of videos on moving to Chicago, lots of Q&As where I answer your guys' questions directly, but I thought that this would be a good video just to kind of sum up and hit on the top 5 things that I think you should know if you are considering moving to the city. As always, if you haven't already, please hit that big red subscribe button. I post tons of information on living in Chicago, the best apartment deals, all sorts of good stuff. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That being said, let's jump into it. So the first thing that I always tell people when they're considering moving to Chicago is about bringing a car. I get this question a lot of, do you need a car when you come to Chicago? And my answer is no. I do not think you need a car when you move to Chicago. At the very least, I would say come to Chicago without a car and give it a try and then see if it can work for you. And if you need a car, you can always bring it later. But parking is very expensive in the city. If you are looking to live in a high-rise or professionally managed building with an actual proper parking garage, parking runs $200 to $300 a month. That is how much rent is in some parts of the country. So it is absolutely mind-blowing to me that parking is that much. The amount of Ubers you can take for $200 to $300 in a month is quite a lot. And that doesn't keep in mind that that's only parking when you're at your building. That does not include parking when you go out to dinner, when you go to the grocery store, when you go work from a coffee shop. All of those parking costs add on as well. And that $200 to $300 is just your base for leaving your car at your garage. There's also, of course, your car insurance and your monthly car payments and all of these other things that go into it that just make it so parking is a lot in the city. I hear so many horror stories from friends about like tickets and getting towed and stuff. The laws here are really crazy, and so if you can come without a car, I'd highly recommend it. If you do need to bring a car, you don't have to park in a garage. You could also street park. Street parking is typically like around $95 a month depending on your neighborhood. Not every neighborhood has street parking, so if you're looking to live downtown, it would be really tough to do. If you're living in one of the further out neighborhoods, you could do street parking, but if you're looking to live downtown, street parking is not really feasible and you would have to find garage parking. Keep in mind also, if you do street parking, it snows here and people literally have to dig their cars out of the snow. The transportation in Chicago is really good. I ride the CTA, which is both the trains and the buses, all of the time, every single day, and they work really well. So highly recommend looking into that and seeing, is it feasible? Could you go without a car? And try it out for a little while, because I think it's just definitely the better way to go. Next question that I get asked all the time is about the weather. Is the Chicago winter really as horrible and as scary as everyone makes it seem? My quick answer, no, it's not. It is not that bad. You were talking to a girl who grew up in Northern California, lived in Arizona for 6 years, and now moved to Chicago. I had never experienced a real winter in my entire life. And honestly, winter is not that bad. As long as you prepare for it and you wear the right clothes, you will be just fine. My personal favorites is I get my parka from Uniqlo. Me and my boyfriend Alex both have the same parka from there, and it is a really good quality parka for the price point. For boots, you do need good boots. You do not need like snow trekking boots. You are still living downtown. Most of the streets are going to be salted anyways, but I just wear a pair of fur-lined Doc Martens, and if you see me in wintertime, there's like a 97% chance that I have those shoes on because I do not wear anything else. Once you've got your parka and your boots, you're really pretty good to go. I highly recommend getting a pair of fur-lined mittens as well. Mittens keep your fingers warmer than gloves do. Didn't know that until I moved to Chicago. And if you are extreme and you really don't like the cold, I got an electric vest from Amazon. That thing is basically an electric blanket that has a battery pack plug-in. It is so warm and toasty, so when you do have those 5-degree days, you can put that on as an extra layer and you will be snug as a bug in a rug. The other thing about the Chicago winters that I really like is, unlike moving to Seattle or somewhere where you get a lot of the really gray, gloomy days, in Chicago it could be 5 degrees out, but it could still be a blue sky, clear, sunny day, and I love that. I do much better with having the sunshine and the blue skies than the cold. What really matters to me in winter is having that sunshine and the clear blue skies. I can deal with the cold, I cannot deal with gray days. So I am much happier living in this sort of environment than somewhere where it's gray and gloomy all the time. Next thing I wanted to point on was the actual process of moving into the city. So lots of people get their stuff shipped into the city, but that's definitely the most expensive route to go. If you are moving from out of state, I highly recommend looking into U-Hauls or budget rental trucks, Penske. When we moved from Arizona, we got our moving truck to Chicago and it was $300 for the week. to be able to drive our truck here. It was a really, really good deal. If you are bringing just very minimal furniture, I highly recommend just don't bring your furniture and sell it wherever you are and buy new furniture here. Because if you are open to buying furniture used and going on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or OfferUp, there is some amazing furniture for sale here. Chicago is a very transient city, so a lot of people come in and out, which means a lot of people sell really good high quality furniture here used because they've only been here for a year or so and they're getting transferred somewhere else. If you are moving within the city or somewhere nearby, my favorite moving company is Clutter. I used Clutter when I moved from River North to the Loop this last year and they were absolutely phenomenal. I also have a discount code for Clutter. It's just my name, so if you are looking to save a couple bucks on your move, that could be a really good option as well, but they exceeded all of my expectations. They were absolutely amazing. Number 4, going right along with moves, is the fact that winter is typically the best time to move. If you talk to somebody, more people typically move in summer just because that is when college graduates come out, that is when people come in for their residency programs. It is just the best weather and time of year to move. A lot of interns come to the city at that time. It's just a very busy time for people to move. But if you are looking to get the best deal possible, historically winter is the best time of year to move. I cannot say what it's going to be like this year. With 2021, things have just been so crazy in the market. I wouldn't be surprised if our prices are going to be the same in winter as they are right now. However, historically, winter is when you will typically get the best options. With that though, keep in mind there's less availability in winter just because most people's leases end in summer. So you won't have as many apartments to pick from, but the apartment prices should be a little bit lower. And lastly, number 5 for my top tips of moving to Chicago is work with a leasing agent. And I am not just saying that as a shameless plug because I am a leasing agent, but seriously, this is the best thing you can do for yourself. It costs you absolutely nothing to work with a leasing agent in Chicago. It is completely free. The way that it works is the buildings pay the leasing agents, you never do, and all of the buildings have an established set price that they pay us, so it is completely already figured out, has nothing to do with you. You actually pay nothing, but it makes it so that way you get to utilize someone who lives in Chicago, fully knows the market, knows all of the buildings, knows which buildings are really great, has the best management, has the best amenities, and which ones have the best deals. We keep up to date on the market. We're constantly putting people into new apartments, and so we're able to find the absolute best option for you and help you find an apartment. If you are moving to Chicago and you are looking for help finding an apartment, I will have my link down below. This is my job form link, so you can just go ahead and fill that in with your information and it'll directly send that to me, so that way I can jump in and get one of my agents to help you find an apartment, because I cannot stress this enough. It is free to work with a leasing agent and we have such knowledge on the market and all of the apartments in Chicago. Let us help you, because at the end of the day, it is only a benefit for you. I hope you guys liked this video. I wanted to keep this one really short and concise and really just hit on my top 5 things that I think you should know if you're looking to move into the city. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below. Slide into my DMs on Instagram. Also, feel free to follow me over there. I post lots of Chicago content over there as well. Be sure to check out my other Chicago Q&As. I have tons and tons of questions answered there. There's a good possibility your question is answered there as well. But I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit that big red subscribe button. I post 3 videos a week and I would love for you to follow along. Thank you guys so much for watching. Welcome to Chicago, and I'll see you next time.